Hello, my name is Yutaka Watanabe, tax accountant. Welcome to the channel. Tax Accountant Nabe solves your money problems. Today, I'd like to talk about tax audits and simple conduct. When people hear the words tax audit, they naturally brace themselves and think, that sounds troublesome. Contact from the tax office is one of these events that almost everyone wants to avoid. But in reality, the tax office approach itself is now shifting fundamentally in a direction that is more favorable to taxpayers. Today, we will uncover a very modern trend that all taxpayers should know about. Now, when you hear tax audit, what comes to mind? Perhaps you imagine a group of people in black suits, like something from a movie or a drama, suddenly storming into an office and thoroughly searching every drawer. Just imagine that. Pressure can make your stomach hurt. But I have one question. What if not every audit involved such an intimidating approach? In fact, the dramatic on-site audit that we tend to fear are only a small part of the whole picture. Tax audits now have a new form. They are evolving from the traditional old approach into something smarter and more precise. The era of relying purely on manpower and saving we will investigate every suspicious case in person is gradually coming to an end. This is not merely a change in rules. It is a fundamental shift how tax authorities think about taxpayers. So, what exactly is this new form? That is today's main theme, something called simple conduct. How does that sound? For a tax audit procedure, it even has a slightly milder and more approachable tone. Instead of using the heavy word audit, it deliberately uses the word contact. The purpose of this system is hidden in that choice of words. The biggest feature of simple conduct is the rightness of its approach. It is a method that encourages taxpayers to voluntarily correct minor mistakes that do not require a full on-site audit. For example, entering one extra zero by mistake or forgetting to record one payment statement from a business partner. For such small errors, tax auditors do not go out of their way to visit the taxpayer and check everything from top to bottom. Instead of applying pressure, they gently encourage the taxpayer by asking, in effect, would you correct this yourself? It is a modern and rational system that can completely bypass an on-site audit. So, how does that tax office actually make contact? This is also surprisingly ordinary. The main method are phone calls, written notice, and requests to visit the tax office. It is not as if someone suddenly pounds heavily on your door. Instead, you may receive a confirmation call during work. A police written notice may arrive in your mailbox, or you may be asked to visit the tax office. The feeling is similar to receiving a call from a credit card company saying, "Please allow us to confirm the transaction." With that kind of approach, you can respond calmly. So why has this system been introduced, and Why is it now being used more and more? Behind it lies a major shift in administrative philosophy, reducing burden and improving efficiency. The focus is clearly shifting away from a surveillance mode, and we will thoroughly uncover every mistake toward mutual optimization, meaning let's eliminate unnecessary waste for both sides. The goal is a win-win relationship for both taxpayers and tax office. For us, taxpayers, this reduces the burden. If a full-scale on-site audit begins, we may need to put out years' worth of receipt from cardboard boxes, meet repeatedly with our tax accountant, and spend tremendous time and effort. But with simple contact, the matter may end after only a few minutes on phone or a brief document check. At the same time, for the tax office, it allows more cases to be processed quickly with limited personnel. It is a system that benefits both sides. However, what I absolutely do not want you to misunderstand is this. Just because simple contact exists, it does not mean full-scale audit have completely disappeared. Simple contact functions as a lightweight tool that complement on-site audits. For malicious concealment of income or complex overseas transactions, the tax office will still use heavy machinery and dig deeply. On the other hand, for an international careless mistakes, it uses simple contact like a precision scale a wide driver to have them corrected smoothly. This division of roles is the modern form of tax administration. So, why is simple contact increasing so rapidly now? The biggest driving force is IT. Thanks to my number and e-tax, data can now be matched instantly. If the system compares payment statements submitted by companies with tax return data, these discrepancies can immediately appear, such as this number does not match. Cloud accounting software has also become widespread, making it possible to approach taxpayers automatically without people having to move physically. IT supports this highly efficient system. Finally, let us end with a slightly exciting look at the future. In the near future, bank accounts could accounting tools and tax office system may become fully connected and checked in real time. If that happens, even the concept of correcting later may disappear. Compliance would be completed entirely in the background without us even noticing. A stress-free world like that may be coming. A future where tax procedures become fully automated. Just imagining, it is exciting, isn't it? We cannot take our eyes off this dramatic evolution of tax administration. Today, I spoke about tax audit and simple contact. For more information about tax audits, please visit the website of Yutaka Watanabe Tax Audit, Tax Accountant Office. I will continue sharing content related to money and finance. Please subscribe to the channel. Tax Accountant Nabe solves your money problems.